Hey everybody, it's Tony Howell here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about how I photograph sunsets. So the first thing I do is, if I'm not sure where I'm going, I look things up on a photographer's ephemeris app. There are many apps you can use for this, but you've got to figure out where the sun's going to be, exactly what position the sun's going to be in, and then you can figure out where you need to go to be able to get the best shot. I haven't had to do that tonight because I came here about a week ago and took a shot, so I know roughly where the sun's going to be. Yeah, once I've done that, I arrive early. I set up my tripod. I get into position, I make sure I'm focusing correctly, and then I'll wait for the sun to be in the right position, which is easier said than done. God. I hope you can hear me clearly with this wind. Anyway, I've forgotten how to do the noise cancellation thing on my microphone, so if you're watching this, the footage isn't too bad. But if you're not watching this, it's because I deleted it. No, that doesn't make sense. How would you know? I'm rambling already, so I'm going to shut up now and we'll go to the next bit, which is me stood on the edge of a cliff. Oh, excuse me. Trying not to step in puddles, and I'll talk you through some of the things I do when I'm actually in position ready to take my shot. Now this is why it's good to get here early. Oh, it's so good, the sun rays are just beating down. Look at that, it's just fantastic, absolutely brilliant. I mean, it might not get any better than this, so that's why you got to get here early. Now I've got my tripod down quite low because there's about a 20-mile-an-hour onshore wind. Yeah, and I've put the ISO up to 400 just because I just don't want to make any mistakes. And even on a tripod, if you're shooting with a fairly long lens, it's best to just get the fastest shutter speed possible. And ISO 400's got very little noise on this camera anyway, but you can get rid of it easily in software later on. So make sure the shutter speed's right because you don't want camera shake. So I've only been here for about 5 minutes and already the lights changed completely, and that might have been it. I don't know yet. I'm obviously going to wait until the sunset, which is in about 20 minutes, half an hour's time. In the meantime, it's bracing, sea breeze, well, it's more like a wind than a breeze, but beautiful clouds. Seagulls heading somewhere to roost for the night. I don't know where they go, probably to those rocks that I'm photographing. Yeah, probably there. And it's just fantastic air, just great to be here. I've been here several times recently, and sometimes I come and I think I'm a bit of an introvert. I mean, I love people, but I also love solitude. There's something about it, and sometimes I come and I bring this video camera with me that I'm filming me on now, and I honestly don't want to get it out. I just don't want to spoil the peace and the solitude by doing a YouTube video. I just want to be me by the sea taking photographs, and that happens quite a lot. And to tie my hat down a bit tighter. But tonight I feel really good. I've had a really good day, so the sun's looking good now. I'm gonna get back on with it. Excuse me. These rocks are called the Cow and Calf. I mean, it's obviously not, a cow It's a whale cow, not a field cow. I've photographed them so many times. I just love them, and I love being here because not many people come here. I don't think I've ever sold a picture of them, but I don't care. I love photographing them. I love being here. That's what photography is all about, isn't it? Being there. So this shot I'm doing now, and all of these shots I'm going to be doing this evening, the sea is much darker than the actual sky because the sun's in it and it's quite bright. So, but it's so easy to lift that area in Lightroom or Photoshop, and I always do that. So I don't really like dark foregrounds. So this tripod was blowing over then, so I'm going to hold it down. Yeah, so yeah, mate, I do quite a lot of work on my images because some people say, you know, that you should show it as it really is, and I think, well, yeah, but I want to make my own version of what it really is. So although I want it to be the truth, I want it to look something like this, like it looks now. Obviously, if I don't, the human eye has got a much higher dynamic range than this camera has. So I can see into those shadows now, and then when I look up at the sun, it's not, you know, it all looks really clear to me, but obviously the camera isn't that good. So that's why I process my images and lighten up the foregrounds and that kind of thing. Well, a trifle disappointing tonight. There's a bank of cloud, grey cloud, just behind that's just coming over. And I think that's going to mean that's the end of my photography for tonight. It's a shame the sky behind and above looks absolutely brilliant. So there's plenty of cloud, but probably too much. But that's all right. Except I can't really tell you how I take my photographs, can I? When I haven't got a sunset. Never mind, I got here early. That's the main thing, get here early. It's quite, I often find that as the sun starts to set, the photographs I get then are actually worse than the ones I get earlier on. I like it when there's a lot of light around. I like it when there's a beam of light coming towards me from the sun. Not going to get that tonight, but that's okay. So I shall come back on another day and hopefully tell you more about how I take my sunset photographs. I almost went home then, but I'm liking the way the sunset clouds are streaking across the sky. So even though the sun isn't behind the rocks like I was hoping for with my long lens, I still think this makes a pretty nice shot, and those clouds are only going to get pinker, so I'm going to stay until the end. At the moment they're orangey pink. They might go completely pink, and that's the one I love. So I shall wait and see. There's still a lovely blue in the sky as well. So here's last week's shot. It's 1/1500th of a second at f8. You can see I exposed for the sun, and when I lifted the shadows up, it became a completely different, much better image. So that's my preferred method of shooting sunsets, is to expose for the sun and then lift the shadows. Here are some of my older shots of the cow and calf. The one I'm most pleased with out of these is the one on a stormy day, because I went down there and it was grey and awful, and I thought I'm not going to get anything, but I stuck it out and suddenly the sun burst through the clouds. These are some of my older pictures of cow and calf. Yeah, I love them, but it seems amazing that every time I go back I seem to get slightly better or something. So yeah, I'm always saying this, I know, but keep going back. Another good sunset technique that I've kind of learned and taken advantage of more recently is using a 10-stop ND filter when you've got the sun glinting towards you along the sea, and the 10-stop filter tends to exaggerate this effect, which is something I really like. So even in simple shots like this one with the grasses, it works really well. The other one I like doing lately is having a very shallow depth of field, and it doesn't really matter if the sun looks out of focus because everyone knows it's the sun. And I really like this. This is kind of me loosening up in my old age, because I used to want everything sharp all the damn time, and nowadays I really like having lots of soft areas in an image, because I think it's a little bit more artistic rather than having everything sharp all the time. Well, thanks for watching this brief look into my sunset images, and I hope you manage to find some good sunsets yourself really soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.